Hello, everybody. It's Denny, and I'm here to tell you again of some wonderful things that I've seen this week. And I don't always see wonderful things, but this week I saw some really impressive things. I have been out in schools, and this week, on 3 consecutive occasions in 3 different schools, I have seen some fabulous things happening, and I'm going to talk to you first about one which was in an IB school, which I visited this week, and I saw students, not called students in the school, called learners, who actually were collaborative. They had agency, they were engaged. Teachers were not on their backs all the time. They were working together, they were taking initiative to do things. They were thinking through what their inquiry was about and where that was going. They were taking charge of their inquiry and ownership of it in some very adult sorts of ways. I saw children, and they're not children. We're talking about intermediate school age children. But I saw them and witnessed them making phone calls to companies around our city and making appointments to meet with people, making appointments to do things around town in different places. And that was really impressive. The other thing I saw, which I thought was valuable to share, is that the schools in which I have seen the biggest student agency and the biggest engagement, the most engagement, have been the ones which have invested in technology and are taking on board the modern views of how we should do things. I mean, these kids are closer, much closer to the Jetsons than we ever were. So we need to get with the program. And the thing is that when you get into management, you're obviously, quite often a little bit older. You're not as old as me, but you're a little bit older. So it takes a while to come to understand exactly what is happening in technology. So educate yourself, because that is part of what we have to do. It is 100% essential in this learning situation that we have now. And our educational program must be driven by the students themselves and by their ability to use technology and to use as many different means of learning as they can, acquiring information, processing data, and critical thinking. They need to be able to do all of those things, and they need to have the tools initially to do that, which they should gain in the primary school, but not be limited to that in the primary school, because we need also to differentiate for the students who actually are extremely capable even at that level. So I have seen some very interesting things happening with inclusion this week in 2 different schools, 2 out of 3 schools. The other one probably still had it as well. I just didn't see it. I saw, in one instance, I saw a quite severely autistic student who was being included by his peers, by his teacher into the program, and an allowance was being made for the student to work out his behaviour, which is actually quite extremely disruptive. He's very noisy, etc. But that allowance and even support in doing that, in terms of helping him to count and distract himself, etc., was really really nice to see, and showed me that when we're all on board with and all on the same page, things can be done. All right, so that's my Glee trip this week, and I hope you've enjoyed that, because it's really nice to have something really, really positive to say about what's happening. It gives me great hope for the future. But please invest. Please take care of yourselves. Teachers, you need to look after yourselves at the moment. This is a time when you need your resilience to be able to manage difficult students and difficult situations. Okay, thanks very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you feel that you should.